everybody, this is Miss Heather from the Hagerstown Public Library, and we are in my kitchen for this experiment. This is something I had to do over at least 12-hour period, and 24-hour period is recommended. I actually did it almost at a 48-hour period. I wanted to see how far we could go with this experiment. And the experiment I'm talking about is called the Gummy Bear Experiment. So this involves some yummy gummy bears. Yum, yum. And with your package, you will have bags of gummy bears to pick up to put with them. I use gloves when I handled them, so they're safe and good to go. Don't have to worry about contamination or anything like that, because I also packed in some extra gummy bears for you to snack on, because while you're doing this experiment and putting it all together, it'd be hard to resist that temptation of just want to snack up a couple of gummy bears while you're doing it. So, these are the materials you're going to need. You're going to need some gummy bears, which I provided for you when you pick this up. You're going to need 4 cups that you can see through. I just did 4 different bowls that I could look down into. So, here's are my bowls. So, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to need some vinegar, salt. I just did regular iodized salt that you use for table salt, water, and baking soda. So, I guess I forgo the baking soda. I forgot about that. So, of the water in each bowl, I put half a cup of water in each of these bowls, okay? So, you have to have the equal amounts of waters in each bowl. And then I did 1 tablespoon of the other. So, like I did a tablespoon of vinegar, a tablespoon of salt in 1, tablespoon of sugar in 1, and then in one of these I just did strictly water to see what it would do in that kind of environment. So here's, come on cameraman, this is what they look like. So this is what your normal gummy bears are going to be looking like, okay? That's your normal size. So I'm going to take my handy dandy tongs and do the tongue test. They work. So this is what the gummy bears were in sugar water. This is what they're going to look like compared to... Okay, be a little bit more gentle. Okay, I'm going to use this like this real quick. So this compared to that got giant, okay? So here's the thing. If I would have kept it at the 24-hour mark, it would have been smaller, but since I did go big or go home, it actually expanded almost double, if not triple its size, because here's the science. So, molecules try to balance out between the water and the gelatin that these are made of. So, it is actually compensating for filling all the pockets that the gelatin have, okay? So, there's the science behind that. So, then there's your sugar water gummy bears. This is Saltwater. These were really interesting. They actually stayed just a little bit bigger than normal size. I'm going to pick this up and see what they do. I'm going to put it in my hand and show you. They actually kind of turned almost a pastel color. And this is what it looks like compared to the sugar water. So it really didn't grow too much in size. With the salt water, it actually shrinks these bears a little bit. They're not as wide as the other bear. It shrunk it as well in that perspective, and it also shrinks because there are more molecules in the salt water than in the gummy, so that is where it's trying to compensate for. Okay, so the next one we have is the Vinegar Bear. I'm not really going to try and handle that. I will hold up a gummy bear compared to the size. So there's what was a green gummy bear compared to the regular gummy bear size, okay? I'm just going to put that in there for size. These, I'm not surprised that there isn't much color left to this, because vinegar is an acid, and acids break down what they are surrounded by. So in that stance, the vinegar was breaking down the gelatinous of the gummy bear, as well as getting rid of the coloration. As you can tell, that was a normal green gummy bear, and that was what was used to be a normally green gummy bear. It's very clear now, color-wise. Okay? And so, that is what each one did. And then this one was just a regular water gummy bear. Let's scoop this guy out. He didn't really change too much in color. It just made it, all the water absorbed into it. So this is a regular gummy bear compared to a water-lodged and soaked gummy bear. It just soaked up all of that and placed the water where it needed to go. And you have almost triple the size of a gummy bear. 1 to 2 sizes, tripled, if not doubled, if not tripled. Okay, so here is some really fun, get a little close there, get my towel, facts about your gummy bears. So the gummy bears were actually are called dancing bears when Mr., what does he say? His name, Hans Riegel, created it in Germany in the mid-1920s. He was actually a candy maker and got really bored with his candies. They were somewhat popular, but he got very bored with creating them and decided to do this route with the gelatin type candies, and he called them dancing bears, and now his company was called Haribo, which is now a very, very popular gummy bear company. I just got off-brand, which is fine. But they have been around since the mid-20s. It kind of plummeted during World War II. Them being in Germany, some of the sons got sent off and got put into Allied camps. He did not make it past 1945. He passed away. So there was a decline in that because he only had 30 employees left after the war, and when his sons got released from the camp, that's all they had to work with, and from there they actually built up their company into what it is today. So this is your experiment for the week. I'm going to see how far you get at 24 hours and maybe 48 hours, kind of like I did. So this is the gummy bear experiment. Okay, and don't forget to check this out at Tuesday at 11 o'clock. They will be your experiments and the gummy bears. Don't forget, I included gummy bears for you for the experiment and for some snacking. It is on our cart at 11 a.m. I will make sure that's out for you guys. Come by, visit the library, come pick those up. They are on the cart across from circulation desk. The first part of the cart is the experiment for the week. This bottom part is the previous week, and the very bottom shelf is all the other weeks we've done in the last month or two. If I haven't weeded out, there may be even 3 months worth. I don't think it's that much, but come visit us on our Facebook page, on the Hagerstown Library Facebook page. We also put these on YouTube, so you can catch up on a ton of these videos at once. So this is Miss Heather, and this is Steam.